밤 둘이라는 건 점점.
Hey guys, Dinah's Wisdom here. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Dinah. I'm a tarot reader on YouTube. I usually just do pick a cards, but sometimes I do like random videos like this. I'm a really weird person, so sometimes I just feel like putting out just stupid shit. But I don't know, I just wanted to talk about zodiacs and like what makes everyone's zodiac really cool, what I like about them, what I don't really understand about them or don't really like. There's some zodiacs that I've come to understand, and there's some where I'm still like, you're still a mystery to me. So like the first zodiac is Gemini, that I want to talk about with Geminis, okay? The first thing with Geminis, okay, first I oh, Geminis. My mom's a Gemini, my little sister's a Gemini, my grandma's a Gemini, and then one of my aunts is a Gemini. Grew up with Geminis. I think like the one thing I like about Geminis, you know, I feel like the one thing people don't understand about Geminis is that yeah, they're an air sign and like they talk a lot, you know, they communicate a lot, but like Geminis are fighters. Like Geminis are like warriors. They're like warriors. I don't like the shit that, oh my god, the shit that my mom, my sister go through. Like I don't know, Geminis, you tell me if you resonate with this. Do you guys find that like for some reason your wins, like when you're winning and things are going good for you, how come that doesn't last? Like I don't know, I feel like sometimes Geminis, like the universe fucks them over sometimes, because the universe will give you like a W, like a win, right? But then like in like 3 days some shit would happen. Like I always feel like drama follows Geminis, and sometimes they're not even looking for it. You're like just sitting on a rock and you're just like, yeah bro, the day's nice, and then like there's like a couple fighting next to you or some shit, and you're just like can I please get some peace and quiet? Like I don't know, I just feel like the Geminis can't like get quiet. Like they can't get peace, and like every time they have like wins, it doesn't last as long for other people. Like I don't know any Gemini that has like a win for like a straight 2 weeks, right? It'll be like for a couple days and some shit hits the fan, and it's just like, bro, that fucking sucks. So I don't know, yeah, but Geminis are fighters. Like, and the thing with Geminis too is that Geminis will cut you down with words. I don't feel like, well, Geminis will kick your ass if they needed to, like physically fight, but I feel like Geminis are more about words, so they can cut your neck off like with words. I think that's like a strength and a weakness for you guys, because you know Gemini, like I said, Gemini's words cut, so you can really cut deep. But I also feel like you just like, you know, you speak truth, just speak truth, bam 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 bam, bam, right? It's funny because like my grandpa's a Sagittarius, right, and then my mom's a Gemini, so they have the weirdest relationship. Like those are opposite signs, right? And every time before my grandpa comes over, he's just like, okay, I'm coming over, I'm gonna put on my bulletproof vest, and I'm just like, oh my god, because every time he leaves, my mom would just tear him. She would just fucking tear him down. It's funny because he's a Sagittarius, and Sagittarius, they like to go head and head. Like the Sagittarius and Geminis love that like mental stimulation, like that weird mental argument. Like they like that stuff, because I'm just like, you guys just don't get along. They're like, no, we get along, and I'm just like, okay, sure, whatever you say. But yeah, it's funny because every time he comes over, every time my mom just cuts him down to pieces. It's the funniest shit ever. And I'm just like, Grandpa, don't act like you don't do the same shit. You blunt as fuck. You be saying a lot of shit that nobody want to hear. Okay, so don't be crying, you know. One thing I don't get about Geminis though is your twin. Like I don't understand. Yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like Geminis literally have like a person inside them. Like there's literally a person inside them. Okay, like you guys talk to yourselves a lot. Okay, you're like mumble and grumble to yourself. Like sometimes I think my mom, I'm like, oh, she's on the phone, and I go in the kitchen and she's like talking to herself. I'm like, okay, she's talking to her twin. But the funny thing is, it's like you have a persona, and then your twin is like your alter ego or something like that. Like your twin, like yeah, because people say Gemini are two-faced, and I completely agree. Geminis are completely two-faced. Like I feel like the persona of a Gemini, like their first persona, is usually very friendly, outgoing, positive, funny, humorous, right? But then like when they get pissed off or someone does them wrong, like that fucking twin will be like, bitch, what did you say? Like so I feel like some Geminis could be really confrontational. They're not afraid to fight. Again, they're not afraid to fight with words, and they're not afraid to like actually fight, like physically fight. Also, like, Geminis are instigators. Like, you guys like drama. Not drama, I mean like gossip. Like gossip, okay? Like, I feel like like Geminis who are not as evolved, they are the ones who are like gossipers, right? The he said she said issue, and then like the drama, like a lot of drama channels are ran by Geminis because they just love that shit. But some Geminis are also like instigators as well, you know, like in fights and shit. Like, yeah, they're instigators as well. But yeah, one thing, you know, Geminis, I don't think, you know what's really sad is like Geminis are very disconnected from their feelings, because seeing a Gemini really sad or like break down or vulnerable is honestly one of the most devastating things I've ever seen in my life. It is so fucking painful to see like a Gemini cry, because it's just a side of them you just never, they will never show you if you're not close to them, you know? It's like most people think you guys are heartless. I think that's the opposite. I feel like Geminis have big hearts. I feel, you know, sometimes their energy is just really scattered. You have all these ideas going on, so it's hard for you to focus, but I don't feel like you guys are heartless. I actually feel like you guys feel more than people think. You know, your emotions are deeper than people expect them to be. So the reason you pop off is because you feel things really deeply, you know? So that's just my interpretation. Also, well, another bad side of Gemini, especially for the men. A lot of well, I guess it could be for women too. I feel like for like Gemini men, like younger, they're fuckboys. Like fuckboys 110%. Like they're like, I'm not gonna settle down. I have the Peter Pan syndrome, blah blah blah. Like it's really fucking difficult to get like a Gemini man to settle with you. Like he has to be in the right state of mind. He has to be mature enough. He has to gone through, like he would have gone through a lot of just growing up. Because I don't know, I feel like Gemini men, like even like 30 years old, they need to grow the fuck up. Like some of them just don't grow up. And I think that's just part of their karmic lesson. Now in terms of like Gemini women, I don't know. I feel like Gemini women, I mean, they can be, I don't really get like fuck girl vibes from Gemini women. I just get more like they need to watch their tongue, because like they could put their foot in their mouth, like Sagittarius people tend to put their foot in their mouth. Like Gemini women gossip a lot. And that could come back to bite them in the ass. But like, yeah, and here, yeah, I guess like playing the field, because I remember my mom told me a story, and oh my god, my mom, she's single for a reason though. She's such a power center, and she was like, I forgot when she told me this, but she was like, yeah, when I was younger, I had guys for everything. I was like, what do you mean? She's like, I had a guy for affection. I had a guy who I would party with. I had a guy who I would just smoke and drink with. I had a guy that I would only fuck. I was like, what? She's like, yeah, I had them like on a wheel. I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Oh my god. So yeah, she had like men on a wheel. So I feel like a lot of Gemini women are like that. Like Gemini women got men on fucking speed dial. Don't lie to me. I know you do. Don't you be? I know you do. They like, because my sister is the same way. Oh my god, Yvette, I'm just like, how do you attract? I was like, girl, give me some of that voodoo magic you're using. Like, how do you attract all these men? She's like, I don't know. They just come to me. So I feel like, yeah, Gemini women, like, have a sexual energy to them. I think Gemini in general, they have, like, a sexual energy to them, but, like, it's not it's not, like, obvious sexual, like, Scorpio energy that's very intense. I don't know what it is, but there is something very, like, I don't know, it draws you. There's something very airy about Gemini people in a sexual way. I don't know how to explain it. You know, I don't really know. But I think that's it in terms of my Gemini. I don't think I have anything else in terms of Gemini. So my question to you, Gemini, is in the comments, write down, what do you think is the like biggest misconception people have of your zodiac? Because kind of making this video because I want to know more, you know, about, you know, the secrets behind the zodiac. Another thing I really like about Geminis, and I'm so jealous over, is that I don't know how the fuck they do it. I think they're just born with it, but you guys are like born with an ability to have comebacks. You're hilarious. You just clap back, and it's just like, goddamn, like, don't get in an argument with the Gemini, because you won't win. This is an Aquarius, okay? This is an Aquarius saying this. And Aquarius, we're really good with arguments, but with fucking Gemini, bruh, they be thinking of comebacks in like 3 seconds. And I'm like, I didn't have time to process anything. Every time I get in an argument with my sister, I can't win. And as stubborn as I am, and I don't want to admit that she kicked my ass, like, she kicked my ass. And I'm the bigger sister, so I'm just like, I'm not gonna let her know that. She's like, whatever, you know I won. You know I won. You know I won because I was logical and I made more sense to you. And I'm just like, oh, God. I don't want to admit it. But, like, it's true, you know? So, I do feel like, yeah, Gemini's comebacks are just like, God damn, like, they're the funniest shit ever. I don't know how you guys do it. I am so fucking jealous. Like, I can't come up with these metaphors. I can't come up with, like, this pop cultural reference and shit. Like, the comebacks, like, how do you do it? What's your secret? How do you do it? Does it just, like, come naturally to you? Because my mom is the same fucking way. Every Gemini I've met, they've been the funniest fucking people I'd say Gemini. Who else is funny? Believe it or not, like, Capricorns are pretty funny, too. And Sagittarian people are pretty funny to me. But nothing beats a fucking Gemini's humor. Like, you guys just fucking nailed the humor category. Hello, Aries. So, what I like about your zodiac, honestly, I am so fucking jealous of, honestly, all the fire signs. Because I don't have much fire in my chart. I love your fucking energy. Give me some of that energy. Where do you, like, how you guys have so much fucking energy? Where does it come from? Like, dead ass. And Aries will go to work, okay, for 8 hours. And then they will come home and, like, dress up and go out with friends and go fucking partying, okay? And then, like, they got energies for more stuff, and then they're working on this project, and then another friend invites them out. Like, you guys are just out and about everywhere, just doing every goddamn thing, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, my Aries friend, he's actually like a professional pole dancer. Well, he's a competitive pole dancer, okay? Bruh, I can't keep up with him. Literally, I can't keep up with him. Like, literally, when I was in San Francisco, when I used to live there, right, because we live close to each other, he would walk really fucking fast. I think Aries people just walk fast. Like, their energy is always like it's on go, 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 go all the time. Like, you'll know when you meet an Aries, because sometimes you'll know. Like, you're just like, oh my God, this person is on all the time. Like, oh my God. And Caesar, you know, people walk like this, right? Dun, 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 dun. But Caesar, he walks like boom, 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 boom. Like, he's faster than New Yorkers. And those of you from New York, like, New Yorkers walk really fucking fast, but Caesar walks faster than New Yorkers. So every time, I hate walking with him, because this is me and this is him. Bop, bop, bop. And he's like, hurry up, bitch. Why are you so slow? And I'm like, bitch, you're like sprinting. God damn it, you have long legs. I don't have long legs. Like, god damn. Yeah. A lot of Aries are really tall too. But, like, yeah, definitely the energy thing. And also with Aries, I love the fact that Aries are go-getters. You guys are go-getters. You're fucking ambitious. I've met a lot of Aries. I've never met a lazy Aries. I've always met an Aries with a plan. They're always doing something. They have creative projects going. Also, like, sexuality. Like, a lot of Aries are really, like, bold, dynamic, and, like, powerful. Like, they're unapologetically themselves. They don't give a fuck. Like, an Aries woman would, like, walk in the store with, like, a fucking bra. And just, you know, whatever. Like, they're unapologetically themselves. So that's really cool. I try to be the same way, but I'm not sure if I could do that, like, as bold. Like, I don't know, Aries and sexuality, they're just not afraid of it. They're not afraid of it. One thing about Aries, I'm like, you guys, like, sometimes y'all need to, like, calm down. Like, Aries be like firecrackers. They be popping off. You, like, say one thing and go 1 to 600. Like, holy shit. Like, firecrackers. So, yeah, so you guys need to calm the fuck down. Like, it ain't that damn serious sometimes. I feel like some Aries people honestly take things too seriously. Or they take it, like, personally. When it wasn't, you know, especially, like, Aries men. But women do clap back, too. Aries women have very masculine energy. And I feel like some Aries women are it's very difficult for people to take, like, Aries people with, a grain of salt. Like, like, Aries are so direct. It's like, either they offend you or they don't. It's like, either you love or you hate them. There's no in-between with Aries people, because I feel like Aries, like, they have very strong opinions, so it's like, bitch, I like you, bitch, I hate you. There's no in-between, like, oh, I kind of like, it's like, no, either I fuck with you or I don't. Like, it's dichotomy, right? But yeah, it's like, calm down, bro. Like, I always tell Caesar, sit your ass down. It's like, but I gotta do this, I gotta do that. I'm like, we're just trying to watch a movie. Sit down. You guys could, you guys sit down maybe a few hours, but then you'll get back up again. Like, I guess it's just that fire energy. Aries wouldn't be a good person to take in terms of like doing like pottery or some shit like that, like something really zen. I feel like you guys would get bored. But I could be wrong. Really depends on what's in your chart. But let me see, what else is it about Aries that I like here? Oh, one thing also with Aries when it comes to relationship is like, y'all need to slow down with relationships. Like, I swear to God, every Aries guys that I've encountered and almost dated but didn't date because they scared me because they were moving way too fast. Okay, by too fast I mean we meet, we talk. Like, okay, like when I was connecting with people online a couple years ago, met this guy, right? He was really nice and stuff. We video chatted and he was like, oh, I can't wait to meet you, blah, 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 right? We met and then we continued to video chat. And it was like only like maybe the second date. And he was just like, I want you to be my girl. Yeah, I want you to be my girl. We're going to be together forever. Like, and I'm just like, bro, I thought we said we're going to take this slow. And I didn't know at the time with Aries, slow doesn't exist. Slow vocabulary, it's non-existent. What's slow? I don't know what slow means. Like, yeah. And oh my God, I was just like, I don't think this is going to work because I don't know you and you're trying to wife me up already. And it's been the second fucking date. Like, you guys need to learn patience. I feel like that's like your guys' karmic lesson is to like learn patience for your zodiac sign, because like you guys are just let's go all the time. I don't know. I think that's about it in terms of Aries. So I want you guys, Aries, to tell me, what do you think is the most, like, the biggest misconception people have about your zodiac sign? I definitely want to know, and I'm asking because I want to learn more about Aries. Aquarius. Hey Aquarius, what's up? So what do I like about Aquarius? So I'm an Aquarius, but I'm gonna try not to be biased, right? I'm gonna be very direct, right? Because Aquarius, we fuck with directness, do we not? Right? We don't like that run around the roseberry bush fucking communication, blah, 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 right? So I'm just gonna get to the point. Aquarius, we're dope, right? What I like about Aquarius is that Aquarius are very open-minded. Very open-minded to all types of knowledge. It doesn't even matter, you know? And Aquarius we're from different planets. We're not from this fucking Earth. We're all aliens. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. We feel misunderstood. Right? We do. We feel misunderstood. We feel like we don't belong. You know, the things that people don't know about Aquarius is that Aquarius are very lonely. We're very lonely people. Okay? A lot of Aquarius have depression and people don't know about it. Okay? The thing with us is that we could present a face, like, people don't know this about Aquarius, but we could present a face, but inside we could be dying. Like, nobody has no fucking idea what we're going through because we're very private people. Aquas are very private people. We don't really let people know what's going on with us, right? We don't. Yeah. I feel like that's good and bad. Well, another thing I like about Aquarius is what else do I like about Aquarius? It's hard not to be biased. Shit. Aquarius are very loyal friends, okay? Like, we're very loyal friends. With Aquas, you know, I always call it like the friendship castle, right? I feel like with Aquas, like, we naturally have like a gate. We have like a wall, right? We're like, you have to be worthy to pass this fucking wall. And sometimes when people are not worthy, we will close that shit. Like, they're not gonna get into the friendship castle. I'm sorry. Nope. Right? So like, Aquas are like, we know how to cut through the bullshit. We don't tolerate, we don't just like allow anyone in our space, right? You have to be worthy. You have to prove yourself interesting. You have to prove yourself you're not full of fucking drama. You're not a gossiper. You're somebody who's also somebody, you know, who's unique in your own way, or, you know, you're creative, you're artistic, or, you know, you feel like a loner, or you're an outsider. Like, we like people like that. You know, we like people who are very loyal, who prove their loyalty. Because a lot of Aquarius, like, we just talk is cheap, talk is bullshit. Show me the action, show me the action, you know? So, like, if somebody's a dedicated friend and they really prove themselves, then they're let in the friendship castle, yay! And the thing about Aquarius, is that we have many different sides to us. People don't know this. Aquarius are very complex. We're very complex. You can't figure us out. That's what I like. We're a puzzle. We're a puzzle piece, and it's like you think you have the missing piece, but that missing piece, we're gonna mess up the fucking puzzle again. Ha! Unpredictable. Woo! You know, it's like that. But it's like we don't try to be unpredictable. It just happens. Like we're so random, and we're so weird, and we're just so naturally quirky that people don't know how to take it sometimes, and it's fucking hilarious. Like you guys know what I'm talking about. Like when you're acting weird around people, or you're just being your Aquarius self, and people look at you like, it's the funniest shit, isn't it? It is so funny. You're like, bruh, if only you knew how funny this was, like you'd be laughing too. What else about my Aquas? Let's see, Aquas. You know, one thing, I'm not sure what I like about Aquarian. I noticed that the uninvolved Aquarius have a god complex. Like, they have a god complex. Like, we think we know everything, and sometimes, like, we do, but, like, we also need to realize that we have a lot to learn as well. Yes, we're the water bearers of knowledge. Like, we're actually a fucking statue, and we, like, fucking pour water. Like, that's what we pour water. We have the lamest fucking zodiac, because we don't get to move. We're a goddamn statue. Some bullshit, right? Fucking bullshit. I don't be no goddamn statue. But yeah, we're the water bearers of knowledge and wisdom and guidance and hope and faith and all that stuff like that, right? We drop the truth and shit. We're like Sagittarius. We're the truth seekers. And we speak truthfully, right? It's really hard for Aquarius to lie. But the one thing of Aquarius, I honestly feel like, you know, we need to learn how to open up our hearts. Yes, I said heart, and I said feelings and emotions. Yes, don't you ill me, okay? Don't you ill me. We really have to. This is our karmic lesson, guys, okay? We're very detached from our feelings, and it's because, you know, being detached helps us cope. That's a superpower we have, okay? And we're really good at cutting people off, aren't we? I always say, Aquarius, we freeze people out. I call it like freezing people out. We know how to freeze people out, okay? We're really good. If you fuck with us and if you fuck us over, Aquarian is not the zodiac that's gonna give you a chance. We're gonna freeze your ass out like you never existed. Like dead ass. And we will not turn back. That's the one thing I do like about Aquarius, okay? But sometimes that could be our downfall because we could be missing out on connection. But the thing is Aquarius, we don't like drama. Like Aquarian, we don't like drama. So we cut people out who we feel is going to be dramatic, or when they show signs of like being on some bullshit, we're like, nope, fuck that, kick you out of my friendship castle, close the gate, bitch, you ain't coming back in. Like, we do that a lot. It's pretty hilarious. But yeah, our detachment is a defense mechanism. A lot of people don't understand. Don't worry, guys, I'm not gonna spill the secrets. I'm not gonna spill the Aquarian secrets. But it is, you know, it's a defense mechanism. It works. But I feel like we definitely need to get back into our heart space. Aquarius, you guys, you know, Aquarius, you're very beautiful when you're in your heart space. Aquarius are very beautiful when they have like an open heart chakra, or when they're showing love, because when an Aqua when they're connected to their heart, they're very passionate. Very passionate. I don't think you know, Aquas, but people really take what we say seriously. Like, people take what we say, they don't take it with a grain of salt. We pierce people with words in a good and bad way. So we have to be like our sword, you know, like in the zodiac, Aquarius, like the Queen of Swords or the King of Swords. And swords in the tarot represents thoughts and communications. And we will like cut a motherfucker with that sword. We'll be like, no, you're full of shit. Ugh. Right? But sometimes, you know, and that sword is to block us and defend us and stuff like that. But sometimes we have to put the sword down, you know. And sometimes we just have to have a fucking conversation. Sometimes we can't just detach and be like, floating in space like, I'm not, nope, this earthly plane, no, it's beyond me. I know that, right? A lot of Aquas, we just feel like we don't belong on this planet. And it's true, we don't belong on Earth, okay? We're from a different planet. We're fucking aliens, for Christ's sake. Humans are crazy, aren't they? I can't tell you, I'm so sick of being a fucking human, Aqua. Like, seriously, I'm so fucking sick of it. Like, when am I gonna, like, not be a fucking human? Like, can I just be, like, a plant? Like, I just want to fucking chill and do nothing. But yeah, I feel like Aquarians feel that heavily. We just don't belong on this planet. We're too ahead of our time. A lot of people don't understand us. But that's okay. That what makes us special as well. What's another thing about Aquarius that I don't like? I mean, we're stubborn as fuck, aren't we? Aquarian, we're very stubborn. Sometimes, you know, and I know this, my stubbornness is my downfall. I've wasted a lot of money. I've sabotaged a lot of relationships, friendships too, romantic relationships, jobs, fucking walked out on so many jobs because I'm so fucking stubborn. We're so stubborn. And that is our demise sometimes, but also the stubbornness could also be good because a lot of Aquarian, like, we're very ambitious people. We're very, like, go-getting energy sometimes. And we just want to do stuff, you know. And that so it's good and bad, you know. We have our good and bad in terms of the stubbornness, but our stubbornness could really kick our ass sometimes. But yeah, like I said, we really need to learn how to get into our hearts. A lot of people can't get close to Aquarius because we simply don't allow it. Feelings make us uncomfortable. And what, you know, the one thing people misunderstand is that Aquarius is actually a very intense sign, and we actually feel things very intensely. We may not feel it as deep as water sign, but we feel things very deep. So our feelings are deep. That's the reason we're so goddamn defensive, right, guys? Because we feel things deeply, and you're like, you're not gonna fuck me over. I'm not gonna. Nope. I'm not showing you my cards. Nope. Right? Only with people who are worthy. Only do we reveal our vulnerable side, right? With people who we deem worthy, people who have proven themselves that, you know, they're in our corner. They're not gonna fuck us over and stuff like that, right? Let me see what else. Super smart, dope, very individualistic. We have a lot of trendsetters, right? We're trend. Also, Aquarius, we're always ourselves. Like, we're always ourselves. We're always raw and real. We don't give a fuck. We're not all about that, you know, what do you call it? The ostentatious, like the lights, camera, action. Like, we have to have all this stuff. We're just ourselves. I mean, like, I'm Aquarius. Like, I'm in a fucking tank top. My hair is a piece of shit right now. I don't give a fuck. Like, we're just ourselves, right? We're not afraid to be ourselves. We're just our individual, you know, we express our individuality so naturally. So I do like that about Aquarius. So yeah. Aquarius, let me know in the comments below, what do you think people have the biggest misconception? What do you think the biggest misconception is of Aquarius? Libra, hey Libra. You know, Libras are really good singers. Libras are really good with artistic-ness, creativity-ness. Let's see what I like about Libra the most. One of my favorite people is a Libra. Libras, you guys are really fucking hilarious. You guys, your sense of humor is just, like, spot on. Like, you guys are just so good. Almost like a Gemini, like, coming with comebacks and, like, you just know how to think of something at the drop of a hat. It's like, how do you do that? Like, you're so clever, quick-witted, and everything else like that, right? Another thing I really like about Libras, okay, yeah, another thing I was hearing a message. Another thing I like about Libras is that you guys have a very, you guys are so easygoing. I've never met a Libra where I feel intimidated by. You guys have a disarming energy to you, where people just want to tell you everything. They just want to fucking spill their life story to you, right? Because you just have a very friendly, open demeanor, right? Like, you're just like, oh yeah, you know, come, just tell me your story, it's fine. You guys are just very, I know, you just vibrate an energy of, accepted, like, people, like tolerance, if that makes sense. And it just feels good. Like, I feel like the Libras are people who, a lot of people tell Libras a lot of shit. Like, you guys have a lot of people's secrets. And some Libras who are unevolved, they tell those secrets and then they get caught in drama. I noticed a lot of Libras get into drama, or they know people who are toxic, or like a lot of people who are toxic, they have toxic people around them, or they're just like a lot of fucking chaotic energy. I don't know what it is. But yeah. So another thing I like about Libras is, like, their aesthetic. Like, Libras have the best fucking taste in anything. I don't care what anybody says. Libras have the best taste in bags and shoes and clothes, okay? And decorations and, like, fuck, I don't know. It's just, like makeovers and makeup and all that aesthetic. Like, Libras are fucking bomb. Like, that's where Libra excels. That's what a Libra is meant to do. A lot of Libras are meant to, like, be, like, creative, like, express their creativity. Like, I don't know one fucking Libra that's not creative. And I don't know one Libra that's not intelligent. Like, Libras are so fucking smart. Like, either you're into science or you're into creativity. It's like, bam, there's, like, you know, there's no in between. A lot of Libras have a lot of different interests, and, like, a lot, like, they're, like, really multi-talented and stuff like that too. But yeah, like the two zodiacs I've laughed the hardest and honestly cried was a Libra and a Sagittarius. Like those Libra, yeah, those are the fucking funniest zodiacs to me. Sometimes Capricorn too. Let's see, but with Libras, you know, I don't like the fact that Libras can't decide anything, and I know this because, oh my god, my friend Carlos, bruh, every time I eat with Carlos, I'm just like, if you don't choose something, I'm gonna chop your head. I fucking swear to God, we did not come to this restaurant to sit for 2 fucking hours and not know what we're gonna get. Like, bro, make a choice, make a decision, you know. So I feel like, yeah, that's definitely a thing about Libras that just, it gives me a headache. Just make a choice. Like, I understand you guys have to weigh out the pros and cons, like, but sometimes we ain't got no time for no pros and cons. Sometimes, no, we can't do the pros and cons list of this is good, this is bad. Like, it's a fucking hamburger. Just, do you want onions or not? It's not the end of the world, you know? Something like that. Another thing with Libras, too, I noticed that Libras like to gossip a lot. Yeah, Libras do, like, you guys like to talk a lot. Libras like to gossip a lot. Again, you guys get caught up in drama. And I don't know if it's because you attract drama or you're attracted to the drama. I know you're an air sign, so I know you like to be, like, mentally stimulated, right? Mental stimulation, and drama is mentally stimulating, right? It's a lot of tea to drink and shit like that. But sometimes I feel like some Libras, like, they get involved in too much drama, and then, like, sometimes they start taking it personally. Like, they get personally attacked. Like, Libras are actually very sensitive people. People don't realize. I don't think people know how sensitive Libras are. You're very sensitive, like, because you're, like, people pleasers, so you want everyone to like you all the time, right? So when somebody doesn't like you, like, you get offended, right? So yeah, I don't think people realize how sensitive Libras actually are. That's one thing I don't really like about Libras, is being a people pleaser, simply because, you know, I'm somebody who really doesn't give a fuck about what people think. But I just feel like, you know, that's just part of the Libra zodiac, is like, you guys are just like the host, right? You're the host of the party. You know, you guys are the balancing scales, right? You're balancing scales. So, you know, you want to keep the peace, and then when there's something that's unbalanced, you know, it's usually not good. You know, one thing that is, like, really scary is a Libra that's pissed off. Because a Libra that's pissed off is not like an Aries, where Aries would just tell you, I fucking hate your guts. A Libra would say something very, like, you guys, like, the way you diss people is, I guess you could say, the condescending way, but you'll say something, and you'll say a compliment, and then you'll say, like, an insult. I noticed that with Libras. Like, they'll continue to be polite, but you're just like, wait, was that a compliment or an insult? And you're like, bitch, both, but mostly an insult, you know? Like, like, don't get on the Libra's bad side, honestly. Libras have, like, I feel like some Libras could be vindictive. Like, there's a dark side to you guys that people don't know about, right? And I haven't experienced the dark side of Libra simply because you guys don't allow people to get that close to you. Don't allow people to get that far. I feel like a lot of Libras have they're like a gate. You guys are like a gate, like Aquarius. You're like a gate. So sometimes difficult to connect with the Libra on a heart-to-heart basis, especially if they don't have, like, water or earth in their chart. If it's fire and air, it's very difficult to connect with them, like, on a, you know, soul-to-soul level. What else with Libra? Fun party people. You guys are really fun to party with. Yeah, and also not saying no. Like, Libras, you guys don't know how to say no to people. You gotta say no. You can't no, okay? Like, tell the bitch to fuck off. Okay, tell this person to stop texting you. You guys just, like, overextend yourself. You feel like you just have to please everybody. You can't please everybody. I feel like this is part of Libra's karmic lesson, okay? It's like, you can't please everybody. And, like, you know, Libras tend to stay in relationships longer than they should as well, because usually they usually become codependent, because Libra, you know, is the sign of the partnership. So partnership is really important. You know, I feel like Libra people, you can have a Libra who feels whole in themselves, but there's a part of a whole Libra that still feels like there's something missing, simply because Libras are meant to be in relationships. You guys are the partnership. You rule partnerships. So you're meant to be in a partnership. You thrive in a partnership. So I feel like it's really difficult sometimes for Libras to be single, you know, and not to, like, attract people. Like, it's hard for you guys to just stay single, right? Not to have flings, or, you know, not to have, like, sexual encounters and stuff, because you want that, like, physical intimacy. I feel like Libras crave physical intimacy. And that's why sometimes you guys become codependent and attached to people, because like you just naturally want that connection, you know. I don't know what's about Libras. They're sweethearts. Libras are really good at cooking too. Like similar to Taurus. Like you guys, like the Taurus and Cancer, like you guys just know how to fucking throw down with food, man. Yeah, amazing food with Libras. Libras is really fucking smart. Like sometimes you guys are like borderline fucking geniuses. Libras have the best ideas, like just the best ideas, and they come out of nowhere. You're just like, where? What? Oh my god, that was a brilliant idea. And sometimes it's the most simplest thing in the world. You're just like, how come I didn't think of that? Like, so you guys are brilliant with your mind. What else? I think that's it. What else do Libras? Romantic and sweet. Yeah. So Libras, let me know in the comment section below, what do you think is the biggest misconception people have about your zodiac? Because I definitely want to know, and I want to get to know you guys more. So let me know down below. Hello, Cancer. So what I like the most about Cancers, you know, Cancers remind me of home. And it's not because you guys are like nurturers. I don't know what it is, but Cancers are just so fucking homey, man. They're like, Cancers are like literally like a snuggly warm blanket in the middle of like a blizzard. You guys are just so warm and fuzzy, okay? Just so warm and fuzzy and cute. But yeah, I really like Cancers. I like how expressive Cancers are with their feelings, because as an Aquarius, that's like really difficult for me. Okay, you guys are very expressive with your feelings, and you guys are very in tune with your emotions. Cancers are like always psychic, always fucking borderline psychic, clairsentient. Definitely Cancer energy. You just feel things, right? You feel like tingles on your body and stuff. Like you're just extra sensitive. And I feel like, you know, people do misconstrue Cancers always being emotional. You know, I don't feel like Cancers are emotional because they're weak. I actually feel like I feel like you guys are really strong because you show your emotions and you're not afraid to show your emotions. In the society where, you know, us showing feelings is somehow considered you know, weak, which is some bullshit. It's like you guys are really connected to your divine feminine energy, whether you're male or female. Divine feminine, basically, you know, the energy of expression, creation, emotion, spirituality. That's, you know, you guys are just naturally, you just do it, you know, you just fucking, you do it. So, you know, Cancers being the crybabies of the zodiac, I mean, I could get that, but, you know, Cancers just feel things really deeply, you know. And I don't feel like you guys cry over really petty shit. You cry because you just feel it so deeply, you know, whether it's somebody's comment, you know, whether it's like a love relationship, whether it's like a job opportunity, I don't know, like anything. You just feel it deeply. Like watching a fucking movie, like watching The Lion King, or anything really, and you just bawl. You just have, you know, that's like your superpower in terms of your feelings. You just feel things so intensely. No one could really understand but a Cancer, you know. There's no way in hell I could fucking understand how deeply you guys feel. The funny thing about Cancers too is that my sister has a Cancer moon, and like Cancers have really weird like spiritual experiences, like either paranormal or like spiritual experiences. Like you guys could see a lot of spirits. Like you guys probably know, right? Like you have like funny stories or weird ass stories about like encountering spirits or like the paranormal and stuff like that. It's because you guys are water, right? Water's connected to spirituality, and Cancers, you guys are just naturally intuitive. You guys can naturally tune into the other side very easily. You know, also at Cancers, one thing I love about Cancers, I love the fact that you guys just give to the people you love. You are so dedicated. Oh, one of my good friends, Justin, is a Cancer, and I just love that man to pieces. I love him to pieces. He is the sweetest person, honestly. The like, the one zodiac who has touched my heart to the point of tears is a Cancer. And like when Cancers are your friend, you guys are like Taurus energy, like ride or die fucking people. Like you guys are ride or die energy, and it's like when people lose a Cancer friend, you just lost a friend for life, you know. And it's really sad, but like, yeah, you guys just you would literally give the shirt off your back for some, like a family member or like a really close friend, even sometimes strangers. So yeah, I feel like, you know, Cancers get a bad rep. I don't really mind how emotional Cancers are. I don't understand why Cancers are so emotional, but I feel like it's not really meant for me to understand. It's just how you guys are. It's your natural expression. You're just naturally supposed to express yourself that way, you know? So I don't really question it as much. What else do I like about Cancers? Cancers have bomb-ass food. You guys make bomb-ass food. Like, Cancers are amazing cooks. Like, oh my god, so good at cooking. I've never met a Cancer who doesn't cook. Seriously, I've never met a Cancer who doesn't cook. Not yet, at least. Like, Cancer, you guys are always, like, you're very, like, into your home. You decorate really beautifully. You guys have really pretty aesthetic as well. You guys are a really good host. You guys are bomb-ass hosts. You're so nurturing and you're so, like, attentive to everybody, like, everybody's needs, right? But the thing with Cancers, let's see the thing with Cancers. The thing with Cancers, you know, I'm not really sure if I don't like it, because I don't mind Cancers at all. I don't really have anything I dislike about Cancers, but, like, I feel like Cancers, you guys really need to work on self-love. I feel like that's a huge karmic lesson for you, is self-love. Simply because a lot of Cancers get in love relationships and they fucking lose themselves. It's kind of like Pisces energy. You guys lose yourself in love. I know you do, okay? I'm a tarot reader, so I have a lot of Cancer people coming to me, and I'm just like, you just gave your all to this person and they didn't give you shit back in return. I always say people don't deserve a Cancer's love and a Pisces love, because your love is like a Pisces and it's unconditional. But you guys just overgive to the point of exhaustion, of the point of physically depleting yourself. Like, you could feel sick. You guys probably get sick, like physically sick, like a cold and shit, when you overgive. And if that happens, you need to stop, because your soul, that's literally killing your soul. You can't do that. You guys need to learn self-love. You need to learn, okay, Cancers, that a partner is not going to make you happy. You have to learn how to love yourself before you can attract somebody who's going to love you. Take this advice, Cancers. Love yourself the way you want your romantic partner or future romantic partner or future spouse to treat you. Treat yourself the way you want your future lover to treat you. Okay? Then you'll stop tolerating bullshit. But one thing I also like about Cancer is when a Cancer finally wakes the fuck up, because it does take a minute for Cancer to wake up. When they finally wake the fuck up, when a Cancer's done with you, they're fucking done. You're not gonna... you guys are known to take back exes and, like, take back people who are horrible for you, you know, stuff like that. You guys have a lot of karmic ties with relationships, but when you're done, you're fucking done. You're just like, bitch, I don't give a... Like, when Cancers, like, I love when Cancers have boundaries, right? When you learn your boundaries and you finally discover that self-worth, I'm like, yes! Fuck yes! It feels amazing. It feels amazing. Like, I know this with my Cancer friends. They will stand up for themselves, and I'm like, 2 years from now, you just let that person walk all over you. But it's beautiful when Cancers come into their power. So yeah, I feel like Cancers you guys really need to work on self-love. If you're thinking of a partner that's going to complete you, no, first off, nobody completes you. You're completed within yourself. If you think a partner's going to complete you, you're going to be feeling depleted in every relationship you ever get in, because it's all about the self-love. Every time I have readings, I am always so passionate about self-love, and it's always with Cancer people, because I feel like that is something you guys have to learn, because you guys are like the givers of the zodiac. You're like the nurturers, you're like the mothers, right? Motherhood, that's just not easy. You're always nurturing people, but you have to remember to nurture yourself, you know? What is it about Cancers? I think that's it, Cancer. So what do you think is the biggest misconception people have of your zodiac sign? Let me know in the comments below. Capricorn. What's that, Cappies? Okay, so the thing I like about Cappies, let's see, what's the first thing I like about Capricorns? I love the fact that Capricorns are just so goddamn dedicated to their work, okay? So dedicated to their work, hard workers, okay? Everybody knows that, right? But also what people don't understand about Capricorns is that Capricorns is about the slow grind, right? I'm gonna say we because I have a Capricorn rising and a Capricorn goddamn moon. So, you know, the grind is how we get to where we need to be. Capricorns understand a steady success, you know, like the success. We understand. I like the fact that Capricorns are very realistic as well. Very realistic. Like, if you need good advice, go to a Virgo or a Capricorn. Very solid advice. Capricorns are also really good with, like, business, like, just professionally, like, very business-oriented people. Like, a lot of Capricorns, like, should own their own business. Like, just natural business owners, you know? You guys always have a lot of practical advice and knowledge, and you just, like, I don't know, it's just, like, so fucking grounded, so down to earth, like, realists. I feel like a lot of Capricorns are a lot of realists. I also, you know, what I like about Capricorns is that you guys are fucking hilarious, and I feel like this is a lot of things that people don't think or know, but you know, Capricorns come off as so rigid and, like, cold and detached and stuff, and yeah, that's true, but Capricorns are fucking hilarious. Like, you guys have a dry sense of humor, and that shit is just funny, okay? Like, some of the best comedians are honestly Capricorns. Like, you guys are fucking hilarious, okay? People don't realize that, but yeah, Capricorns have a playful side. You know, it's difficult for you to display that because, you know, you don't want to display any kind of weakness or something like that, but, like, fucking funny, okay? You're funny, okay? You're funny. And what's about Capricorns? The funny thing, you know, you guys do this, right? I don't know, but, like, everything that I do, I plan in my head before I do it. Like, in my head, I'm thinking exactly how I want to do something, right? And then, like, I do it. So it's weird. It's like, you know, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know if you guys understand it, but, like I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about, like, brushing my teeth and then, you know, doing this and then doing that, and then, like, after I finish this video, I'll actually go to do that. Like, we're very methodical. Like, Capricorns are very methodical. Like, a schedule and a plan is, like, the fucking best, right? Because, like, you like to know how things are gonna go. I feel like Capricorns are very controlling, and that's why a lot of Capricorns are in leadership positions, because the methodical approach works. Like, the plan works. Like, a Capricorn is fucking competent. I've never met a Capricorn who doesn't know what they're talking about. Like, they are competent. They're knowledgeable, they're professional, they always got their shit together, you know? Always, like, public image, self-image, right? Like, Capricorns are the type of people who's, like, going to the store, but you still dress nice. You're like, no, I can't go out in no fucking sweats. Like, I always gotta look good. Like, you know, like, that kind of vibe. That's what I want to see. One thing about Capricorn, you know, I feel like with Capricorns, you guys, like, really need to, like, learn how to have fun. You know, that, like, humor, playful side. Life is not all serious, you know? Sometimes I feel like Capricorns are too obsessed with their career. Like, you guys are borderline, you already know, you're, like, career addicts. You're obsessed with success. Could be obsessed with gaining money, fame, recognition, all that stuff, simply because that's your zodiac. That's what you're meant to do, right? But sometimes you guys just need to chill the fuck out. Like, stop striving all the damn time and eat a fucking cookie. Or, like, eat some ice cream. Or go to an amusement park. Like, Capricorns really need to learn how to have fun. I feel like, you know, the thing with Capricorn energy is that the older you get, actually the more younger you become. Capricorns have a very difficult childhood from a young age. Either, like, they have to grow up really quickly, or they have a really hard relationship with their dad, or their dad is absent, right? Or, you know, they have a relationship with their mom that's not the best, like, very cold, detached energy from parents. And then, like, when you get younger, not when you get older, you actually get younger. It's like, that's really cool about Capricorns, is that, like, yeah, the older you get, the younger you become, like in your spirit. So it's like, as you continue to, you know, go through the harsh lessons of Saturn and shit, like, you're 28 and you're having a fucking blast. Like, when I'm talking about eating a cookie and ice cream, like, you know, you're like, oh yeah, I already do that. But then when you're, like, 20, you're like, no, I can't eat a cookie and ice cream. No, I gotta keep grinding. I gotta become this. I gotta become that. You know, it's just like, chill out, dude, chill out. You know. I feel like Capricorns really do self-sabotage themselves with relationships too, because Capricorns are the type to choose a career over relationships. So I feel like a lot of Capricorns need to, like, focus on their heart. They need to open up their heart. It's really difficult to get emotionally connected to a Capricorn. I said one of my exes, he was a Capricorn, and you know, honestly, being with him felt like a fucking interview. I don't know, it's weird. Like, he always talked like either like a dad or a father, or he talked like he was like an interviewer. I was like, are you interviewing me? He was like, Dinah, you have the potential to be something great, but just the way you express yourself, it's not constructive. And I'm like, are you like a manager sitting me down like and telling me my work ethic is shit? Like what? It's like Capricorns are always so fucking serious. It's like, I don't know, it's weird. Like, I don't know. But like the thing with Capricorn, you guys take relationships very seriously, so you guys are never like fling people. Like I've honestly never met a Capricorn who's like into flings. Like you guys are like, no, bruh. Like it's either the long term or we're gonna have some kind of commitment, but I'm not about to fuck you and leave. Like Capricorns are not known as fuck boys or fuck girls at all. I would be shocked to find a Capricorn that's like a fuck boy or fuck girl. I'd be shocked because Capricorns don't like to waste their time. Don't like to waste their time, period. So a lot of Capricorns do just like, no, if it's not long term, I don't give a fuck, whatever. But you guys are so dedicated. Capricorns do make one of the best partners because you guys are very reliable, very dependable, right? Dedicated, usually one family. You guys are very traditional, so I do like that about Capricorns, is that they hold very traditional values in terms of like love and life and stuff like that. Very strong morals. You follow your morals. But the one thing about Capricorns I don't like is that sometimes you guys are too rigid, and a lot of Capricorns could be very close-minded. Like you say something new to a Capricorn and they're just like, no, that's not it. No, that's not how I was raised. So it's kind of like sometimes like Capricorn's upbringing could be like their downfall in terms of them expanding, because they're so used to how things were when they were like a child, or what their parents or what society told them, or whatever group organization they're in. It's very difficult for them to expand, It's very difficult for Capricorns to expand as well. Yeah, I don't know if I keep repeating myself. Also Capricorns are like really kind of obsessive with like status, or like public image, like they're always so put together because like their public image is very important to you guys. One thing I feel like people misunderstand about you guys, Capricorn, is that you guys are actually very sensitive. Capricorns are actually very, very sensitive, aren't we? Very sensitive. We cry a lot. And a lot of people don't know that, but Capricorns are very sensitive, and we feel lonely most of the time. It's very difficult for a Capricorn not to feel lonely because not everybody is on the same level in terms of wanting to get better. Capricorns are always about constant self-improvement, like Virgos, so it's like constant self-improvement. Then you meet somebody who's just kind of not on the same wavelength, and it gets lonely. You always want, I feel like a lot of Capricorns want people around them who are either doing what they're doing, who are successful, or who are like business-minded people. Like it's very difficult for Capricorns to stay around low vibrational people, or people who aren't doing shit with their life. Like Capricorns aren't mediocre. Capricorns are the workers of the zodiac. Like they're the workers of the zodiac. Like they're supposed to work and get to the top, right? Like that's the mission of a Capricorn. So mediocre people's like, bye-bye, bitch. No. What else? I think that's it. So yeah, Capricorn. Let me know in the comment section below, what do you think is the biggest misconception people have of your zodiac? I really want to know, okay? Hi, Pisces. Pisces. Honestly, I love Pisces, okay? I get along with you guys a lot. Pisces are so sweet. They're so fucking sweet. But you know what? Pisces are like Geminis, alright? Deadass. You guys are kind of two-faced, and you guys know what I mean, okay? Pisces have a very sweet, friendly approach, okay? Like, just in general, like, you guys are just very, like, harmonious. You get along with everyone. You're like a fucking, I was gonna say Charmeleon. Is it Charmeleon? I'm about to say Charizard. You guys are like is it Charmeleon? What is that? Or like a gecko, or a fucking iguana or something. Like, you know how to change colors, so you guys are so versatile. Oh my god. You guys have this really cool talent. Okay, there are some Pisces where like you guys look like different people in pictures. Like, I don't know what it is. It's like you guys are shapeshifters. I think like a lot of Pisces natural spiritual abilities is shapeshifting. Because if you were to take a Pisces picture, right? They look like different people. Like take like 1 2 3 5, like 1 2 3 4 5 pictures. You look like different people in those pictures. You don't look the same. I don't know how to explain it, but Pisces have the most versatile face. Like, you guys could wear any hairstyle. You could fucking shave your head and you still look good. You could fucking cut your hair like this short and you still look good. You could dye your hair any color and you look good. Like, you guys have such a versatile look. I'm so jealous. Like, I swear to God, like, if I dyed my hair fucking blonde, I look like a hot fucking train wreck. Like, Pisces, you guys could just pull off any look. Like, I feel like I truly, yeah, Spirit is saying, I feel like Pisces, shape-shifting. You guys could turn into anybody in the drop of a hat. That's why a lot of really good actors are Pisces, or they have like Pisces energy in their chart, because you guys could just mold into whatever you need to be. But yeah, like I said with the Pisces two-face, like I said, you guys have a very sweet, soft-spoken, shy, public demeanor, but you also have a side where people shouldn't fuck with. Like, people don't know, but Pisces are nice, but if you fuck over a Pisces, they will get your ass back. Pisces like practice like sometimes like a dark magic, or like the Pisces who are really spiritual could like do spiritual attacks and shit. But like those of you who don't really know much about spirituality, I'd say in terms of like Pisces getting you back, honestly, I would just say Pisces would probably just ignore you. Like, I feel like you guys are really good at freezing out people, almost like Aquarius in a way. But you guys like just don't get on a Pisces bad side, because you guys will pop the fuck off. I remember the first time I saw one of my friends who was a Pisces, and she was so sweet. She had such a fire to her. I was like, girl, you sure you don't have no fire side in you? Like, what the fuck? Like, she would be like, oh yeah, that's completely fine. Oh yeah, sure, that's completely fine. Oh, I don't mind that at all. Oh, haha, you're so funny, right? But then someone said something like, you know, say something left to her, and she'd be like, what the fuck did you say? Like, they turn it off and on. I'm like, oh my god. So I feel like there's like a side to you a lot of people don't see. I feel like if you piss off a Pisces, like, you're gonna get your ass chewed out. Like, you guys know how to chew people out. Like, the thing about Pisces, like, you guys, like, you could tolerate so much shit. I don't know how the fuck you guys be okay, Pisces, let's get some real talk first. Okay, call a duck a duck. Why the fuck do you guys attract narcissists? Why do you guys attract broken people? Like, it is the saddest thing ever, because like, honestly, I always say people don't deserve a Cancer's love, and they don't deserve a Pisces love, because Pisces is unconditional love. Pisces is always very pure in their intentions, unless you fuck them over. But it's just so sad that you guys just attract broken people, and it's because a lot of Pisces, almost every Pisces, an empath. Like, you could just feel people's emotions, right? And like, if someone tells you a sob story, you'll probably cry with them or something like that. But like, honestly, you guys, it's really sad, but you guys get targeted. That's the one thing that I feel bad about Pisces, is that they get targeted by the worst fucking people. They attract sociopaths, they attract fucking psychopaths, they attract fucking predators, they just attract like just narcissists, just abusive people. Like, oh my god, it's so fucking sad. So I always want to protect my Pisces friend. Like, I have such a die hard energy when it comes to my Pisces people. Oh my god, when a friend of mine, I'm not friends with her anymore, but her name was Courtney. She was the sweetest person ever. Every time she'd be like, Dinah, I met this guy, I would literally have like my fucking sword in my hand, and I'd be like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, I'm going to read about who is this guy, because I don't want you to get hurt, because a lot of Pisces get hurt, because Pisces, you guys tend to ignore red flags. Like, you guys are so in love with the idea of love that you tend to ignore red flags, and it's so sad. I don't like seeing Pisces get hurt. It's honestly the saddest thing. You guys are so fucking sensitive. Like, you're so sensitive, and people don't get it. And I don't think you're sensitive because it's a weakness. No, you're sensitive because you're so elevated. Okay, Pisces is not the sign of being like grounded. You guys are like in the ethers. You have a conversation with the Pisces, they're like, I'm sorry, did you say something? I was just thinking about something else. Like, I was just often like fairy, you know, like La La Land, or like, you guys daydream up the ass. Like, you guys, you know, I'm probably like watching this video, some of you guys are like daydreaming right now. Like, Pisces always do that. But yeah, I do like how spiritually connected Pisces are. I like the fact with Pisces, you guys are devoted. So it's like, either, you know, you're devoted to this or you're devoted to that. Like, you guys always have something you believe in, and I think that's really beautiful. What's another thing I like about Pisces? Well, let me see. The one thing about Pisces I don't like is, well, I wish I could give you some of my assertiveness. Sometimes I wish I could just like give it to you guys. Like, I just feel like you guys need to put down your boundaries. Like, you waste your time with so many people who don't deserve you. And I know self-love is a very long journey for Pisces to understand, because you guys are just like the unconditional lovers and you just want to love everybody. You just want everyone to get along. But like, you just gotta realize, like, humans are just fucking assholes, Pisces, okay? Like, humans are, I know it sucks to be human, right? Humans are fucking assholes, and people just are like mean and they're not nice all the time, you know? So you just gotta understand that you just can't be giving that big heart to people who don't deserve you, because you guys are just so self-sacrificing, and it's just like, oh my god, you're so self-sacrificing that I'm offended with how self-sacrificing you are. Like, oh my god, sometimes you guys need some self-respect. You just give people too much of yourself, and those motherfuckers don't deserve it at all. Also at Pisces, I feel like Pisces have a difficult time standing up for themselves. You know, you guys are very passive. You just kind of let things play out. Sometimes, again, I wish I could give you my assertiveness. Yeah, so it's just, I have so much compassion for Pisces, because I don't think Pisces is you know, people like to, like, you know, Pisces like the druggie, they're like the escapists and stuff like that. Honestly, Pisces are not from this fucking planet. You guys are not from this planet. A lot of Pisces souls, you guys are from different like planets. You guys are from planets that energy is lighter. You're used to being free, and you're used to things being like kumbaya. Like the planets you come from, like, yeah, they are kumbaya, but when you get to planet Earth, you're just like, I can't take all this negativity, and then you just like break down, right? You just fucking break down. Like, yeah, I feel like with COVID, like, some of you guys were like crying with how many people were dying from COVID, because again, you just feel things so intensely and so deeply. And yeah, I don't know, I just have so much compassion for you guys. Pisces are so sweet. Also, another thing I like about you Pisces, you guys are fucking weirdos. And I love that, because I'm a fucking weirdo. So hi, weirdos, you know. The weirdo club, right? Weirdos rule the world. But yeah, I like how weird Pisces are. You guys are always interested in like things people's never heard of before. What else about Pisces? Is that it? Yeah, sometimes I feel like you guys are too nice. Like, my friend Mark is like a fucking angel in a human body. He is the kindest person. I've never seen him get mad. Like, one of my life goals is to see Mark get mad. Mark has never been mad. I asked him, I'm like, Mark, do you ever get mad? He's like, yeah, I get mad, while he's still smiling. And I'm just like, are you sure you get mad? He's like, no, I get really mad sometimes. And I'm just like, I can't take you seriously. Like, do you actually get mad or not? So I feel like Pisces are really good. Sometimes you guys are really good at like not showing your anger. I think that's where that two-facedness comes from. Like, you have a friendly side, but then if somebody like does you really wrong, that like, you know, that aggressive side, or maybe that the side, you have a side people are just like shocked as hell when you pop off at them, because they don't expect. I feel like people underestimate Pisces a lot. And sometimes I feel like this is Pisces underestimate themselves. I feel like sometimes you guys surprise yourself a lot. But yeah, I feel like Pisces are stronger than people think. Pisces is not a weak zodiac. You know, Pisces endure a lot. And with that escapism and stuff like that, like I said, you guys are on a different plane. So it's hard for you to really live on this like 3D plane. You guys are like in a 7 fucking D or 8D world all the time. But yeah, I really love Pisces. But yeah, so Pisces, let me know. What do you think is the biggest misconception people have of your zodiac sign? I'm asking because I really want to know, and I want to get to know you guys more. So comment down below. Hey Taurus, hey girl, hey, what you doing? So Taurus, the first thing I love about, I have such a soft place in my heart for Tauruses. I love Tauruses. Maybe it's my Capricorn moon, but I fuck with people who are so dependable and reliable, okay? Like, 2 of my favorite people are Tauruses, honestly. My brother-in-law, and then like one of my exes that is still my friend. And when I was with him, like my Taurus ex, oh my god, just so fucking reliable, like so dependable. I can truly depend on you. And that's really difficult for me, because I really don't trust anybody, because I don't know, I just don't trust people's words to save my life. But to me, Taurus like people, like, they're very loyal. They're like fucking dedicated. Like, you guys are dedicated, and I fuck with that. I love it. Dedicated, loyal, hardworking, persistent, okay? All that, you know, cliche-ish with Taurus. But also what I love about Taurus too is that they have like You guys are so fun to have fun. Like, you guys know how to fucking party. You know how to party. You have good aesthetic. You have, like, good fashion sense and, like, decoration. Like, you always look good, you know? Well, there are some Taurus people who are, like, lazy, though. One of my exes was like that, too. But he didn't know shit about fashion. It's like, there's, like, an extreme with Taurus men and women. It's like, either they know how to dress or they just fucking don't. Either they know how to dress or they're just, like, plain as fuck. And they're literally just, like, I put on a t-shirt and some pants and, like, some socks and some shoes, like. But then, like, you know, the Taurus, like, people who know how to dress, like, they're, like, into designer clothes and shit like that, or they just like to wear cute, comfortable stuff, or, like, you know, like, they have watches and jewelry and stuff like that, like, yeah. I just, like, I like, the practical aesthetic of Taurus people, and I like the fact that you guys are foodies. I fucking love going to, oh my god, I love going to restaurants with Taurus because you guys always recommend you recommend the best fucking restaurants I've never heard of before. You'll recommend, like, the hole in the walls, you know, that nobody's heard of, but, you know, and I'm just like, holy fucking shit, how come I didn't discover this place? Like, oh my god, so if you guys, like, oh my god, people watching this for Taurus, ask a Taurus, where should I go for dinner or lunch, or, like, what's a good place, because they just fucking know where the best places are. Oh my god. I don't know, maybe it's a superpower, I don't know. But honestly, I've never had, like, a horrible meal or been to, like, a really, like, shitty ass restaurant with, like, a Taurus person, like, ever. Like, with my ex, he would always just recommend the best food ever, bring home the best food ever. Oh, it was amazing. Yeah. Also, the thing with Taurus, though, is, like, in terms of, like, what I feel like you guys need to work on is the fact that you don't, like, change, and you have to understand that life, the only constant thing in this life is change and the unknown. Like, we're always gonna change. Evolution's not gonna stop. So, like, your guys' stubbornness, you really make your lives more difficult simply because you may want to know everything. But I know it's difficult for you guys to let go, you know. Sometimes, like, you guys are calm, cool, and collected, but I honestly feel like Tauruses are like Virgos, and they're like worry wards. Like, you guys worry a lot. You guys worry a lot about the future because you can't see it, you know. You like concrete stuff. You're like, I need to see it, like the evidence and shit like that, right? Also, one thing I love about Taurus people is, for some reason, like, if you come in contact with a Taurus, like, if you're having a bad day and you come in contact with a Taurus, your fucking energy is just so zen. It's just like, and you don't have to do anything. You could also have a shitty day, and your energy will still be very peaceful and very zen. Like, theirs is very calm, cool, collected. Not in the sense of air sign, where air signs are more calm, cool, and collected in a detached way. Taurus is literally, like, down to earth. Like, grounded is, like, dead ass Taurus. Like, grounded, okay? Like, a cool ass motherfucker is a Taurus, okay? All the time. Let me see what else is about Taurus that I like. What else do I like about Taurus? I like the fact, yeah, I said the loyalty thing. Taurus are usually, like, ride or die people. So it's like, if you fuck up with the Taurus, that's it. But also, what I noticed, especially with, like, women, I mean, it could probably apply to men too, but I'm not sure. I feel like it applies more to the Taurus women. You guys sometimes stay in relationships longer than you actually need to. Like, the bitch expired 2 years ago, and you're still with this person because you have such, like, your loyalty is just ridiculous. It's almost like unconditional loyalty or something like that. Like, and sometimes you guys remain stuck because you want things to, you know, stay familiar, or you like the familiarity, right? And it becomes more practical, and then, like, the love dies, but you're still attached to this person, you know, so it's like you guys stay longer than you need to. Yeah, like, because, guys, I've had a lot of boyfriends, okay? I've had, like, 5 boyfriends and, like, 20 flings. Okay? Maybe TMI, but yeah. But I don't take exes back either. I don't take exes back at all. But the only exes I took back was, yeah, my ex-boyfriend, the Taurus one, because he wanted to try to make things work. And it worked for, like, a week, and then, like, we just ended it. And then, like, my other ex, I was gonna give him a chance, but I was moving out of the state, and I was just like, yeah, no, I don't think so. So, you know, Taurus, you guys tend to take people back a lot, and, you know, sometimes that's good, and sometimes that's not good. So sometimes, honestly, your guys' dedication sometimes is wasted on people who really don't deserve you at all. Like, your loyalty, like, people don't deserve your loyalty. Also, if you guys are wondering why I'm playing my hair, I have nothing else to do. I don't have anything else, so I'm touching my hair because there's nothing else for me to do without looking fucking awkward. But yeah, like I said, people, you guys just have to, like, keep in mind who you put your loyalty in. Since you're so fiercely loyal, you can't trust everybody. And not everybody deserves that dedication that you give them, you know? I think that's about it with Taurus. A lot of Taurus men are really fucking hot. Like, woo! Taurus men are fucking gorgeous. And the women, oh my god, they're beautiful. Like, Taurus women have really pretty eyes. And also singing, oh my god, Taurus is one of the zodiacs that have a beautiful, beautiful voice. It's, you know, probably because they rule the throat, but honestly, you guys are able to pierce people's souls because of the emotion that you put into your voices. Like, honestly, the people who've made me cry with singing is, like, Taurus people. Like, god damn, that voice is just so soulful and so silky and smooth. Okay, so I think I'm good. I think that's it. Is there any, let me see. Besides your stubbornness, what else about Taurus? And the sting and things too long. Y'all are just dope ass people. Ride or die energy. Fuck with it, fuck with it. So, Taurus, do let me know in the comment section, what do you think is the biggest misconception people have about your zodiac, okay? I'm asking because I'm actually very curious about it. I want to know more about the zodiacs. I'm asking basically every zodiac because, you know, I just want to know more. So what do you think is the biggest misconception people have about you guys? Leo, what's up, bruh? What's up, Leos? Leos, I'm not gonna lie to you, you know, I've had love and hate relationship with you guys all my life, honestly. And it's probably because I'm your opposite sign. But, you know, I've come to like Leos. There's like 2 Leos that I really love, and I'm actually, like, I would say these will probably be my lifelong friends. And the only reason we're connected is because, like, you guys are so fucking creative. One thing I love about Leos is that they are creative. Like, Leo ruling the sun, yeah, it's about ego and pride and leadership, but honestly, it's about fucking creativity. Leos are so fucking creative. It is ridiculous what you guys can create. Like, if you guys study and practice your craft, you become masters of what you do. A lot of masters and, like, yeah, Leos just master their craft. I feel like that's what you guys are supposed to do. Like, your life purpose is to master your craft. Like, you know, you have your abilities and to put them out there and then, like, master your fucking shit. Where you eventually teach people. I feel like a lot of Leos are teachers. Like, you guys are just meant to teach people. Like, oh yeah, this skill that, you know, I'm really good at, and, you know, I put years and years and work into whatever this is. Like, you just fucking teach people. But I love that. I love the creativity. You guys are always really fun to, collab with or, like, have creative project with. Also with Leos too. What I like about Leos is I like the vibes Leos give off. I don't know if you guys know this, but a lot of people have a lot of nostalgia about you, Leos. You guys are really fucking hard to forget, whether that's good or bad. Like, whether the situation ended up good or it ended up bad. One of the people I cannot forget, and I don't think I'll forget her even when I'm like 60 and old and shit, I don't think I'll ever forget her, was my childhood friend Alex, who was a Leo. And I don't know why, but you guys just leave footprints on people's hearts. It's the way you come off. You guys are so sweet. And you have a very, like, warm, inviting energy. And there's a depth to you that it's really hard to explain. I don't know. It's really hard to explain. You may not understand it. You would have to, like, meet another Leo in order to understand, like, what I mean. But when people meet Leos, like, your heart is, like, warm. Like, it's warm. It's very, like, you guys open up people's heart chakra. It's very sweet, okay? I think that's definitely, like, a superpower of Leos, is that because the sun is the ruler, right? And the sun is about positivity, lightness, and warmth, you guys just naturally radiate that. Yeah, you guys are very healing. Let me see what else is it that I like about Leos. I like the fact that you guys are prideful, but sometimes you do come off as cocky. And as an Aqua, that's really annoying because, like, I can't stand people who just want to be in the spotlight all the time. Like, honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not gonna bullshit you. That is the most annoying thing ever. You guys always want to be the center of attention, and it's really like, bruh, just like chill out. Like, how come you just can't sit in the sidelines and but you know, that's not what Leos are here to do. You guys were born to be the center of attention. So I don't know, like, you guys tell me, is it like a push, like, is it like a pull that you feel, that if you're not in the center, do you feel empty if you're not in the center? Like, do you feel like a soul like pull to be the center of attention, right? Or is it mostly just your ego talking? Because I feel like Leos are ruled by their ego and their heart. Like, you guys are always with like ego, pride, right? Like public appearance, and then you're with heart, like heart space, like people you care about, what you're interested in, what attracts you, what your desire, your passion, creativity, all that stuff. It's like, you know, your ego and your heart. I feel like you guys fight about that a lot, maybe like internally or something. But yeah, that's maybe like the one thing about Leo that I can't stand. Yeah, because one of my exes, my first boyfriend was a Leo. Bruh, that guy needed to be on. I kid you not. When I was in art school, we would have like this area, like we would do like nude model studies, right? So, you know, we'd be having easel and shit, and we have like, you know, like sketching, right? So every time before, like in the morning when class would start, oh my god, my ex, his name was fucking Kelvin, he would always just enter the room. Hi everybody, what's going on today? Hello. And everyone's looking at him like, the fuck? And I'm always, you know, I was just like, what's wrong with that guy? Why does he, it's like 8 in the morning. Who has that much fucking energy? Like, just enter the room like this, you know? Oh my god, like, why? I know not all Leos do that, but I feel like Leo men have a lot of pride. You guys have a lot of pride. Your ego gets you in trouble. I think you know what I'm talking about. Your ego fucks you over sometimes. Yeah. So also too with Leos is, I don't know if it's for the women or not. I don't really have much experience with Leo women. I maybe met like 2 or 3 Leo women in my life. Honestly, I don't really have many Leo friends. All my Leo friends are guys, and then my childhood friend, she like disappeared. But I feel like the ego with men and Leos, that's like their downfall, honestly. Like, that's like your guys' downfall. And also, like, your ego is so fragile. If somebody says something that like bruises your ego, you guys will either get really pissed off and you start defending yourself, and you're just like, no, 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 you know? Or you guys will just like fucking break down, like just like break down. Another interesting thing about Leos that I learned is that you guys are actually very sensitive, very sensitive. You know, it's usually always the most confident people or the most insecure. And I learned that that's about Leos. Yeah, I learned that in art school. There was a guy in my art school who was like the top of the class, right? Mostly like Leos, sometimes the class clown, but everybody was praising this guy. He was very talented because Leos are very talented. But one time he opened up to me and he was just like, you know, Dinah, sometimes I feel like I'm just not good enough, you know? Sometimes I feel like, you know, all this attention and admiration I get, it's just gonna go away. And, you know, it was the first time I opened my eyes, and I was just like, you, the lion, have insecurities? What? Because sometimes you guys come off as, like, superhuman. I'm not sure if you don't know that, but, like, some people feel like sometimes Leos aren't human. Like, you're, like, in another dimension. It's because of the confidence you exude to the point you have a appearance where you come off as indestructible. So when people see you break down, or when you give someone that space to see that you're vulnerable, it is the most eye-opening shit ever. I remember my mind was like, like when this guy opened up to me, like, oh my god. Also too with Leos, like, I don't know why, but it's similar to Gemini. You guys just, like, drama just follows you guys. Like, drama just fucking follows you. And I know some Leos who don't want the drama, but, like, they're just like, I can't escape this shit. And sometimes it's not even the drama with you. It's just, like, you guys, like, attract chaotic people. And I don't know why. You attract chaotic people. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, I don't know. You guys are always, like, there's always a lot of people around Leos. But the interesting thing with Leos is, like, I've met Leos who are loners. And that was the most confusing thing in the world to me. I was like, how? But you're a Leo. You can't be a loner. That doesn't make sense. Like, what? So I was like, I wonder if those Leos had, like, other, you know, signs in their chart, because most of the time you guys are extroverted. You get your energy from like being out and about and like around people, you know, you're like a social butterfly. But there are some Leos who like just want to chill and they just like want to fucking relax, and they're just like, bro, I don't give a fuck about being out in public. So I'm like, oh, that's interesting. So it's like, yeah, you guys have two sides to you. Let me see if there's anything else. Leos are usually very attractive. And also, Leos always look like lions. You guys literally look like lions. Like, Leos, a lot of Leos have, like, it doesn't matter what your hair color is. Sometimes Leos will dye their hair red, or they'll have, like, blonde, right? Or, like, I just noticed your mane, like, you have a mane. Like, your hair is, like, hella curly. Like, it's like a fucking lion mane. I've never met a Leo, even if their hair is, like, cut, you know, like, really short. Your guys' face looks like a fucking lion. Like, you have a beard, or you'll have facial hair for the men, you know, and you look like a lion. Or like the women, they'll have like really super curly hair, or I don't know, the women just look like they have a mane. And also at Leos, with women at least, they have like lion, like cat-like eyes. Their eyes are very cat-like, but like Leos are very attractive people, incredibly attractive, like really fucking attractive. Like, the people I find myself mostly attracted to is Taurus, Scorpio, and Leos. Yeah. Very sexy. Also, too, Leos, you guys are good in bed. Okay, I'll say that. Like, the best sex I've had is with a Cancer and a fucking Leo. And, like, you guys know what to do, okay? Y'all are good in bed, okay? Like, people would think Leos would be very selfish in bed. But no, you guys are actually givers. You guys are actually really good at giving when it comes to, like, sexually. So I feel like, yeah, you guys are equal. Yeah, you're very, you want to please your partner. Yeah. You guys are great in bed. Let me see if there's anything else. I think that's it. So, Leos, in the comment section, let me know, what do you think is the biggest misconception people have of your zodiac? Okay? And I already know, there's going to be some Leos that's going to type, Leos are number one. Leos are the best zodiac in the world. That's just your guys' trademark. I already know it. But yeah, let me know what the misconceptions you think people have of you are. Virgo, a Virgo. So I'm gonna be completely honest with you, Virgo. I don't have much experience with you guys, but I've met a few, maybe like 3 or 4 Virgos in my life, and honestly, you guys are very similar to air signs. Like, and it's with your mental. Like, I've had conversation with Virgos, and I feel like we click. Like, we just click. Like, but once you get into like the romantic stages with Virgo, it's like, yeah, nah, I don't think this is gonna work. Like, I don't know. I think like air signs and earth signs sometimes are better off as friends. But with Virgos, like, what I like about Virgos, I like the fact that you guys are problem solvers. And, you know, I feel like this is a misconception with Virgos, because my mom is a Virgo rising, and I understand. You guys critique, but it's not in, like, a destructive way. You guys critique because you see a different way of doing something better. It's not because the way this person is doing it is like, no, you're doing it wrong, you're doing it bad. It's not like that with you. You're just like, look, I see a different, I don't know. It's like you guys have a superpower of just seeing how things work out better. Like, maybe it's foresight. Or maybe you guys are just, like, really experienced with stuff, but, like, every time my mom would give me a piece of advice, before, I didn't listen to that shit. Until I went to college, and, you know, I lived by myself and shit, and, like, everything my mom told me that would happen, and I'll be like, Mom, you're so right, you have any piece of advice? Until this day, I still listen to my mom's fucking advice, because, I don't know, you guys are, like, really... you guys are like borderline. Well, you guys are pretty psychic, I'd say. You may be skepticals, because a lot of Virgos are very skeptical because they're all about the logic. But a lot of Virgos are also very predictive. You guys could actually predict a lot of stuff. And you may not believe it, but you should, because your shit comes true. Like, that shit is fucking, like, the advice is solid. I like the fact that you guys give solid, real advice. Like, if you want really good advice, go to a Virgo, because it's practical. It's usually, like, from your own experience. So you guys just don't, like, give advice up the ass, like, oh, well, you should believe in yourself and, you know, keep going. You're just like, nah, bro, I tried that. I tried this method, and this shit didn't work. So you should do this, because you know, I did what you did, that shit didn't work, and I found a different method and this worked. Like, you guys fine. You're the problem solvers of the zodiac. You're supposed to experience shit, right? And be like, oh, that was a dead end, that didn't work, you know? And then you tell other people. So you guys are very similar to Aquarius. Like, that's why I feel like air signs could connect with Virgos. I don't know, I feel like sometimes you guys have, like, you guys come off as air signs. But it's weird because you also come off as earth because you're very practical and realistic about things as well. So yeah, I don't know, I feel like people really, like, misinterpret Virgos' criticism. Now, I feel like Virgos who are unevolved are very critical in like a rude kind of way. One of my exes, he had like a Virgo Venus in Virgo, and you couldn't please that motherfucker. You cannot please that guy. He was just picky about every fucking thing, like literally. Okay, like an unevolved Virgo is always trying to one up you. Okay, so it's like basically you're having, like, he would say things like, why, like I would say something like, oh my god, that's ridiculous, and he'd be like, why did you say that? And I'm like, what do you mean? You're like, you just said ridiculous. Do you know what that word means? Ridiculous? Yeah, do you know what that word means? That it's ridiculous? Like, that it's crazy, it's stupid? No, it actually doesn't mean that. And like, he would like look it up in the dictionary and then like try to prove it. I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Like, who does that? Okay, unevolved Virgos, that's who does that. Okay, that guy had a lot of Virgo in his chart as well, but he was a fucking dick. He was a fucking prick. So like, your shadow side is overcritical, basically, like judgmental, overcritical. But in terms of like what I feel Virgos should do, like not do, but you know, like one thing's, I can't really say what I don't like about Virgos because I've honestly had pleasant experiences. And like I said, I don't take your critique as something that is like critiquing me as a person. I'm somebody who actually listens to advice because I'm not like a know-it-all. Even though Aquarians we're known for that, but I'm like, I don't know shit. I don't know shit about a lot of stuff. So I'm open to it. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, people just take you guys the wrong way. But sometimes I feel like Virgo's a ward, so like you guys worry for no fucking reason. Like, it's because I do personal readings, right? And I always like, I give really, like, you know, that people who subscribe to my channel know that I give tough love. I'm very direct and I don't sugarcoat shit. So like the readings I get the most passionate about when I'm like repeating advice and like spirit is constantly talking to me is Virgos, because you guys worry too much. Like, I remember one time I was like reading some a personal reading, and like it was so positive, and like the person just had a whole bunch of swords, like just trapped mentally, and I was like, girl, if you don't stop being fucking positive, you know, if you don't start being positive, you're gonna turn this really good thing into something horrible. So I feel like that's what Virgos end up doing to themselves. Like, they overthink things they shouldn't overthink, like just the smallest detail. Sometimes I feel like that's like a bad trait with Virgos, is that you guys are so detail oriented to the point that you miss the picture. Like, you miss the point. You're like focused on this small detail when like the overall picture is like, bro, wasn't that serious? Like, that small detail, I didn't even worry about that shit. I just put it in there because I thought it was funny, but you're like over analyzing it, you know, something like that. Yeah, I feel like you guys worry too much. You just, I don't know, you just worry. And again, like air signs, we worry. That's why I feel like you guys like are like air signs, because you over worry, and air signs, we just mentally, we're fucked. Like our mental is always really fucked because we're constantly over analyzing things. But yeah, also I like with Virgos is that Virgos, I don't really know why you guys are considered the virgins, honestly. Maybe it's because you're pure and innocent, but honestly, I would call you Virgos the caregivers. Like, Cancers are usually known as the caregivers, but I'd say Cancers are like the mother or like the nurturer, where Virgos are the caregivers. Like, you guys support people. Like, you guys like to support, you guys like to donate. Virgos like to take care of people. They like to give. You guys are the givers. Like, the givers. Definitely the zodiac. I also feel like Virgos like get taken advantage of a lot. I don't know why, but I just feel like you guys get taken advantage of. Like, you have pure intentions, and you just tend to attract people who like fuck you over. I don't know, but like the Virgos that I've met, they've always ended up in like shitty relationships where like they're constantly overgiving, they're trying to help their partner grow, they want to, you know, manifest something stable or something, and the shit just hits the fan, or the person they're with is just a piece of shit. And I'm just like, how? Also, like, the overcritical nature, you guys are so hard on yourselves. You guys really need to be nicer to yourselves. Like, you Virgos, you're not gonna like this, but you have to realize that perfectionism does not exist. No, don't you? No, it doesn't exist. How can it exist when humans are born imperfect? There's no fucking way imperfect humans like us could make something perfect. I don't like the word perfect because it puts a lot of pressure for you to be an ideal that doesn't exist. It's a concept that doesn't exist. It's a concept of everything fitting together when humans are just, we're fucking dysfunctional messes. We can't be perfect. We try to be as balanced, but there's something that's always off with us. So you have to realize perfectionism doesn't exist. And I feel like Virgos who are stuck in perfectionism, they're really trapped sometimes, because you just have to learn how to have happy accidents and just let that shit go. So I feel like that could be like a karmic lesson for your zodiac, is you have to realize that perfectionism doesn't exist, and sometimes you just have to have some stuff out of place, you know, whether that's in your life or in general. Like, things can't always line up the way you want them to. Like, sometimes you guys are control freaks for sure. Like, you always want to control things. That's why I feel like a lot of Virgos have tower moments, is because the universe is trying to show, the universe wants you to be more flexible, but it's really difficult for you guys to do that because you feel like you always have to be in control. Now, the reason I also like Virgos is because you guys are always so put together. Oh my fucking god, I've never met a Virgo person who's not put together. I mean, maybe they exist, I don't know, but I've never met them. You guys are always put together from head to toe, like looking like a fucking lawyer. Like, I'm ready to go, like, let's do this. It's just like, oh my god, like, you guys always look like you have money. always look like you have money. Now, the interesting thing I found with Virgos, the friends that I did have in the past, was like, either you have a really clean Virgo or you have a messy ass fucking Virgo. And I remember when I walked into my friend's room once, I was so like offended because I was just like, this doesn't fit your zodiac sign, like, you're so messy. And yeah, it's like there's either an extreme, like either you're super OCD or like you're really fucking messy, which is like funny. I don't know, there's a medium. So yeah, that's what I want to say to Virgos, basically. You guys are very loyal and dedicated, but I feel like you guys get taken advantage of a lot, and I don't know why. But yeah, so I want to ask you, Virgos, what do you think is the biggest misconception people have of your zodiac? Okay, I'm asking because I really want to learn more. Okay, so yeah, what do you think is the biggest misconception people have of you? Write in the comments below. Scorpio, what's up, bruh? Now I totally fucking stan Scorpios, like deadass. I stan you guys. You guys don't know what stan means? That like I'm your like like #1 fan. I fucking love Scorpios, and I think it's because maybe I have a lot of Scorpio energy in my chart. But I love really deep and intense people. Scorpio's intense as fuck. I love the energy Scorpios give off. I like that mysterious, quiet, I'm not saying shit, you don't know me, private type of vibe. I'm attracted to that. It's just, oh my god. Just Scorpio people are just so alluring. And honestly, my favorite people, my 2 favorite people are Scorpios. I fucking love Scorpios. Scorpios are amazing friends. You guys are such dedicated fans. Not fans. I'm a dedicated fan, but you guys are such dedicated people, okay? One thing I like about Scorpios is I can relate to it. You guys don't tolerate any bullshit. Like, you're black and white. And, you know, the black and white could be, like, good and bad, but I don't see it as that bad. Maybe it can make you stubborn and, like, you know, it is the way it is, but, like, I don't know, half the time Scorpios are right about a lot of shit. Like, you guys are super fucking intuitive. You already know you're intuitive. You know, the shit that you predict, the shit comes true. You know, when you meet somebody, you look in their eyes, you can tell this person's full of shit, or you can tell this is a good person. Y'all know, okay? And I love that about Scorpios. One thing I really love also about Scorpios is, they're very protective. They're overprotective with, like, people, that they love, with their loved ones and stuff like that. I feel like, you guys are very secretive, but you'll kind of know where you stand with the Scorpio. The interesting thing with Scorpios is what I've learned, the ones that I've met, is you'll, like I said, you'll know when you're close with a Scorpio, you'll know when you're not close with a Scorpio. You guys don't reveal any personal information to people who you deem not worthy, right, of getting to know you. So you guys know your worth. You guys know your worth, first off. So it's like opening those gates, like opening the gates to the underworld. And yeah, I just love it. I could fuck with the intensity. I love the intensity. I like the darkness, you know. I don't know, I just vibe with it. I fuck with it. Let's see, another thing with Scorpios, I think one thing I don't really like about Scorpios is that you guys border on the extreme sometimes. Like, again, it's that black and white, right? It's good and bad. But sometimes, like, I don't know, sometimes with Scorpios, it's hard for you guys to change your opinion on things. Like, once you feel a certain way, nobody in the fucking universe could sway that. You could pay me $1 million and I still won't change my fucking opinion, you know? Like, you guys have very set ideals, very set morals from the jump, and you don't compromise for anybody. So you guys are always authentically yourselves, and you don't give a fuck what people think, and I fuck with that. I love it. Okay. Let's see what else about Scorpios. Oh my god, there's too much to say about Scorpios. Where the fuck do you get your sex appeal? Where does that come from? Where does that come from? One thing with Scorpios, whether male or female, your eyes, you guys have no idea. Well, maybe you guys do because you're intuitive, but you guys give so many people fucking orgasms with your eyes. Just your eyes alone are so fucking piercing and just goddamn sexy. Ooh, it's getting hot. It's getting hot in here. Okay. It's getting hot. Like, I don't know, Scorpios are just really fucking attractive. And like, even if a Scorpio isn't like you know, like what do you call it, like systematically attractive, there's something about their energy that is super alluring, that is very hard to like to shake off. Like, it'll be difficult for somebody to meet a Scorpio and to say that they're not attracted to them. If somebody was like, I'm not, I'd be like, you're a damn fucking lying. You know you are. You know you're lying, because you guys have such an allure. Okay, it's that dark intensity that is just fucking hot. Oh my god. Woo, the women are gorgeous, breathtaking. Scorpio women are fucking breathtaking. And the men are just like borderline, like, you shouldn't exist. Why are you so fucking hot? Like, you shouldn't exist. Like no, bruh, no. Also, I noticed that some Scorpios have like really big eyes. A lot of Scorpios I met, they just have really big eyes. You guys, your eyes are like really like not bulging, but like they're huge sometimes, and like they're piercing, and people feel that. Like, when you look at people, you already know this. You already know you pierce people's souls. That is so invigorating. Some people can't handle it though, okay? Like, people who are more sensitive or who need more softness, yeah, they probably don't fuck with you guys. Honestly, you guys don't want that anyway. You guys don't want that like flimsy, I can't handle it, oh my god, you're too, you know, like, you know, you're just like, get your weak ass away from me. You guys like people who are strong. You guys are also very emotionally enduring. Like, Scorpios endure a lot, and you guys hide a lot. You're not the type to tell people anything. Like, you'll never know what a Scorpio is going through. Now, if you're an unevolved Scorpio, then those are the type who express everything in a really negative way, you know? Like, they let people, yeah, they express things in a negative way. So in terms of what I don't like about Scorpio, basically, is that I don't like how obsessive you guys get and like possessive you guys get. Like, Scorpio's the type to be like, you're mine, right? And if you do that to like air signs would be like, hold up, like, first off, I don't belong to you. So I feel like, yeah, I had an ex who has Scorpio in his chart, and he would say things like, you're mine, you belong to me, and I'm just like, bitch, I did not come to this planet to be with you. I did not come to this planet to be possessed by you. So you guys, yeah, you guys tend to like possess, or you feel like things are yours, or you feel entitled to people, which is interesting. And sometimes you guys treat people as objects. Like, it could be sexual objects sometimes, but like, I don't know, I'm getting like under, like, I get like Scorpios like are like leaders. Not even leaders, you guys are like rulers. Like, you demand and command respect. But sometimes you take it to the point where you feel entitled to certain people maybe believing, or should, like, you should do this for me, you should do that for me, like, you know, that entitlement. And like, yeah, the possession, the obsessive, yeah, like borderline stalker, or, you know, things like that. Just becoming over obsessive. Like my sister, my older sister's like this. Like she could become obsessive about things. But yeah, also with Scorpios, you guys tend to trap yourselves a lot in like negative thinking. Like you'll go in a spiral. Like, you know, there's a lot of Scorpios I know who honestly they could really skyrocket, and they could really, you know, take their life in a really better trajectory, but like they stay in this cycle of negativity where it's hard to get out of, and they remain stuck. You know, sometimes I feel like Scorpio have an issue elevating because they're so brooding over some kind of fear. It's like you guys have like one fear that you go round and round and round and round with, and like you can't, it's hard for you to get out of, you know. I think that just has to do with like the evolution. I feel like evolved Scorpios may not have that issue, or they know how to get out of it quicker. But that's what I tend to notice. Let me see anything else. And also Scorpios, you guys feel things intensely. Like you guys are literally like the ocean. Like nobody knows what the fuck is at the bottom of the ocean. Nobody even knows if the ocean has a bottom. Like that's Scorpio. Like you get constantly pulling back layers, okay? Like, you know, my older sister, I'm really close with my older sister, but there's always layers to her that I didn't realize, you know, even stuff that she's interested in or things that she knows about. I'm just like, how the fuck? And like my friend Paul, my Taiwanese brother from another mother, my best friend Paul, he basically like, the shit that he knows, I don't know how he knows it, but I love having conversation with Scorpio, because you guys are always, like, your opinions and how you, like, formulate your words, they're always so different. Like, your thought process is always so different for most people, so, like, the most enlightenment I get is mostly from Scorpios. Like, I don't know where it comes from, but you guys have so much fucking wisdom. Like, a lot of Scorpios are just old-ass souls. You're just like, why the fuck do I keep coming to this goddamn planet? You're like, I feel everything intensely, and I keep coming to this fucking planet. But yeah, I feel like with Scorpios, you guys are like, you're like the gurus, and you guys understand darkness. You understand, because you're a phoenix, right? You're like, been there, done that shit, I'm doing it again. Like, Scorpios are always like, changing and always growing, right? That's why I feel sad for Scorpios who don't allow themselves to grow, because it's really sad to see that, because when Scorpios evolve, it is the most beautiful thing ever. You're just like, fuck yeah, you know? It just feels good to see a Scorpio evolve. But yeah, I think that's it. So, Scorpio, my question to you is, what do you think is the biggest misconception people have of your zodiac? Okay, I'm asking because I want to know, so let me know in the comments below. Saggies, my Saggies, what's up, Saggies? So, first thing I like about your zodiac, Saggies, you guys are so fun. Oh my god, like, party with a fucking Sagittarius, you will have a fucking blast, okay? You guys are just you're so social, like, so social. Oh my god, like, extrovert doesn't even describe a Sagittarius. You guys just talk to everybody in the room all the fucking time. You guys have, like, so much confidence in yourself. I don't know how you do it. Like, all the Sagittarius I know are always around people. Like, there's always a person around a Sagittarius. I swear to God, there's always people around Sagittarius. Like, Sagittarius, you guys, I'm just gonna call you Saggies, because it's just, the word is too long for me to say. But Saggies are, like, really popular. You're like Geminis. Like, Geminis are super popular, Leos are usually popular, and then Saggies are also really popular. Also, I don't know what it is, but, like, Saggies, you guys are really tall. I don't know, like, you're fucking tall. Like, I could spot a Sagittarius because of somebody's height. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because you're ruled by the Archer, which is like a person and a horse. Sagittarian people, you guys tend to have, like, horse features. So, like, you have long legs, right? Sometimes you guys have, like really long hair. You'll have, like, long necks and stuff like that. I don't know, it's weird. I always notice that. Like, with a Sag, I'm like, oh my god, that guy's really fucking tall. I bet you he's a Sag, right? Or, like, my friends who are, like, super tall, they're all Sagittarius. My ex best friend of 10 years, she was fucking gorgeous. and she was tall too. She was a Sagittarius, so I feel like a lot of models are like Sagittarian people. I don't know, but you guys like really deal like well with social media. Like you guys are always out in social media, out in public, always doing this, always doing that. I feel like you guys have a really good balance between that, like your social image and like who you are as a person. You guys are just out and popping all the time. I fucking love partying with Sagittarius because you guys are just like, let's do everything. Like, who fucking cares? Like, you're so spontaneous, you'll just do whatever. So I like that. I like that. I like that Sagittarius are very free spirited. I also like the fact that you guys are vocal. You guys are very direct with your words, because you guys know you're also blunt and it hurts people's feelings, right? I can take it because I'm like you guys. I'm very direct with my words, so I fuck with Saggies. Like a Sagittarius, they can't really hurt my feelings because, you know what I mean, just try to, you know, just I'll be like, I don't know, I just vibe with you guys. Two direct people, I fuck with you. I can fuck with you, okay? So you guys are blunt. But the thing, yeah, you guys are blunt. That's the thing about Saggies that I don't like, or the thing that I feel like Saggies need to work on, is that you guys speak the truth, but you do have, it's like you could say anything, you just have to mind what you say. You just have to mind how you say it, right? So it's like, I'm direct, but you guys are blunt. So like you guys will say something, whether it's insensitive, whether it's offensive, you don't give a fuck. You're just gonna say it, you know? So I feel like Saggies, you know, you guys need to put your foot in your mouth, right? Tend to put your foot in your mouth. So like, oh shit, damn, my mouth, I should have not said that. I feel like that's a karmic lesson for you guys. It's more about effective communication or being mindful of how you know, portray information, you know, because these human beings, Saggies, they're sensitive people. They're sensitive as fuck. Everybody's really sensitive, right? A lot of people can't handle the truth. But I love Sag because my grandpa's a Sag, and he opened me up to a lot of like the law of attraction, manifestation from a young age, even though I was just like, the fuck is that? Like, what am I gonna manifest? I'm 11. Like, oh yeah, I'll manifest some corn dogs tonight. Like, you know, so I didn't take it seriously, but like your guys' knowledge is very esoteric. Like Saggies are like gurus. You guys are like gurus. You're like, I've been around for 150 years or 300 years. Like, you know every goddamn thing. You guys are so philosophical. I love having conversations with Sagittarius who are woke. Oh my god, it is like a fucking mindgasm, because I'm an Aquarius, right? Air sign energy, love talking about philosophy. Meet a Sagittarius talking about philosophy. Oh my god, let's just have sex in our mind, like off on, just talk about everything. That's the fun thing with Sag, with you guys. You can talk about Sagittarius with everything. You guys just know a whole bunch of information, even what information people don't expect you to know. It's like, where the fuck did you get that? Like, you're the zodiac of knowledge. It's funny because like with Sagittarius, I always get like an image of you guys as like a huge library. Like, you guys are a huge library of information. It's like people travel from place to place to you know, like from faraway places for the Sagittarian knowledge, you know, something like that. So you guys are like the divine keepers of knowledge. So much knowledge inside of you. And those of you who are like, no, I don't really think that way, I feel like you haven't unlocked your Sagittarius gift, because that's a gift you have, is knowing a lot of knowledge without. A lot of Sagittarius are claircognizant, which is basically you guys know information and you're dead on, and you don't know how you know it, but you just know it, right? So it's just like you just have like a lot of wisdom and knowledge like locked up inside of you, and you just like espouse it, just like, and it's all truth. It's fucking truth. Everything is truth, right? So that's awesome. Let me see. What's another thing I don't like about Sag? The thing about Sag is that you guys are very detached. Sometimes you guys could come off, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but you leave people hanging a lot, and like a lot of people feel lonely around you because you're very detached. So it's like you're partying in the moment, but like, am I actually connected to you? It's really hard. Very hard to have a heart-to-heart conversation with a Sagittarius. I don't feel like Sagittarius really is a sign that is really connected to their heart, because they're so busy being free, you know, like a horse. They just want to roam. They just want to roam and be free. You know, they're not really trying to be bogged down by feelings and stuff like that. So I noticed, like, I can't have really serious conversation with a Sagittarius unless they have like water or earth in their chart. If they have air in their chart, fucking forget it. We're not gonna have a serious conversation. Because sometimes you guys are too childish, or like you come off as really immature. And I'm sure you've heard that before, right? Like people call you immature and childish, and sometimes I feel like it's difficult for you guys to take things seriously. Something about Sag. Let me see what else about Sag. What I like about Sag too is like a lot of Sagittarian women have like really good fashion sense. Like your guys' fashion sense is like avant-garde. Like it's really different. I don't know how to describe it, but it's like it fits you. Like you guys have really beautiful aesthetic. It's not beautiful aesthetic, no, because that's Taurus. Taurus people have beautiful aesthetic. Sagittarius people, their aesthetic is so fucking like unique. It is like badass, dope, swag, all that slang is fucking Sagittarius. Like, girl, that okay, popping off like that, like stuff like that. Like the men, like Sagittarius men, they have a swag about them as well. Like their style is very, I don't know how to it's like streetwear. I don't know how to describe it. Like streetwear. I don't know. It's fucking cool. All I could say is just fucking cool. I can't think of any other word that's like. You guys are just badasses. You're confident. You know who you are. I'm honestly, I really haven't seen Sagittarius be like insecure. It's really difficult for people to get close to you, Saggies. Like, some people feel like you guys don't have a heart. You guys have a wall up when it comes to like your feelings and your emotions. So it's really difficult to, like I said, like have a heart to heart with you or connect with you on a really deep emotional level. I just don't feel like your zodiac is meant for that. You guys are just all about the truth. You're truth seekers. You're like, I ain't got time for that emotional bullshit. What's the truth? Give me the truth. I think that's it with Saggies. Fun travel companions. Like other cultures. I do like the fact that you guys like open to other cultures. You're always so open-minded. Always so open-minded. You guys are the type who are so tolerant. You're open-minded. You're like, yeah, let's go to this country. Let's try this food. You'll try anything once. Like fucking skydiving. Oh, a lot of Sagittarius are like adrenaline junkies. How the fuck do you do that? Like a Sagittarius will fucking cliff dive in a minute. Like in a fucking heartbeat. They'll just cliff dive. You're just like, but you don't know what's down there. You're like, but that's the fun of it. And it's like, oh my god. Some people think you guys are fucking crazy because you're just like risk takers. So Sagittarius are like scuba diving, skydiving, cliff diving, anything diving. Sagittarius loves, right? Roller coasters, any like adrenaline junkie is definitely sad. Like, I'm like ARV or AVs and shit like that. Motorcycles, like yeah, you guys are just really cool. I think that's it. Yeah, so Sagittarius, let me know in the comments below. What do you think is the biggest misconception people have of your zodiac sign? I definitely want to know, and, if I missed anything about you guys, definitely let me know as well, because I want to get to know all the zodiacs.